Hello, welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, I did some birthdays the other day that were a bit belated. Olimar wrote to us in July and said it was Brian May's 77th birthday yesterday, the Queen guitarist. Presumably it was an oversight that CTC didn't commemorate this. Well, I'm not sure that Sir Brian May's 77th birthday had quite come across our consciousness at the time, Ollie. But we'll put that right today because you've sent us this puzzle which says fairly clearly in the grid, Sir Brian May in green and purple lines, and even the eyes get little dots over them, which is very skillful and quite a tough puzzle, I suspect, given the paucity of purple lines in it. Anyway, we shall see. Olimar is generally at a very high standard of setting, so give it a try if you like the look of this under the grid. If you like line puzzles, we have a whole line Sudoku app, which is fantastic stuff. Loads of German whispers and Renban lines in it, and other types too, and still releases occurring. It is one of the most popular of our Sudoku apps that are available on the links under the video, along with our merchandise, Sven SUDOKU PAD, and of course Patreon, where at the moment the hunt of the month is the CTC clone pack by Skojojobo, with a variety of puzzles themed on the names of the three constructors, which have been portmanteaued into that remarkably difficult to pronounce name. Anyway, that is on Patreon. This is on the link under the video. The title of it is Sir Bry Sudoku. I'm not sure if Brian May goes by Bry very much, maybe to his closest friends like Olimar. But I am aware that he is a fantastic guitarist. I think the word is luthier, meaning a guitar maker. He made his own guitar that he plays all the time. And indeed, songwriter. I'm a big fan of his song Too Much Love Will Kill You, which he wrote entirely on his own. Obviously, he's contributed to many of Queen's songs as well, and may have written some of them himself. But anyway, there you go. That's Sir Brian May. He is also, of course, a PhD in astrophysics, which some people don't know, but most people should. And he did attend. I very rarely go to ballet, but he was at Sadler's Wells one night when I was there. So Brian May and I have almost come across each other once. Anyway, he turned 77 last month, says Ollie, and we're commemorating him with this puzzle. In which, here are the rules. Normal Sudoku rules apply. We'll be putting 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3 by 3 box. Adjacent digits on green lines differ by at least 5, the normal German whispers rule. On purple lines, digits form a set of consecutive digits, but in any order. So those two are consecutive. These two could be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, for instance, but in any order. Black dots indicate digits in a 1 to 2 ratio. And that's it. No other rules necessary. Give it a try now. I'm going to start. Let's get cracking. Okay, well, I am going to start by looking at an 8-cell purple line, all in the same box. And that means the digit excluded from it can't break up a sequence and must be 1 or 9. Now, let's have a look at this thing as well. Again, all in the same box. No, let's look at this thing. Let's canter through the 3 things we know about green lines. They can never have 5 on. They alternate between high and low digits, meaning higher than 5 and lower than 5. And finally, 4 and 6 are difficult to place because if their neighbours can see each other, then you can't put 4 or 6 there. So you couldn't put 4 here because both of those would have to be 9. So 5 is not in that group. It's in this group, but it's also not on a black dot. So 5 is there. That's 4 or 6. This on the black dot now is 3 or 2 or 8. And the other of 4 or 6 is on this line and must be on the end of it. I wonder if we're going to have to kind of fill in this whole puzzle. Unless the black dots will quickly disambiguate high and low, we could even get into a placeholder situation. 5's in one of those cells. These are all the same polarity, either all high or all low. So let's call those green, and no, not these all purple. And these are all positions in which 4 and 6 cannot be, because they've got neighbours that see each other. So the purple 4 or 6 is in one of these two cells. And that means that couldn't be purple 4 or 6, but it could still be green 4 or 6. Green 4 or 6 is in one of these two cells down here, because it can't be there or there. Again, positions which can't be 4 or 6 because their neighbours see each other. There is something going on, isn't there? Anyway, let's do 5's up here. Those can't be 5, so 5, which can't be on a green line, is there. 5 can't be on a green line or a black dot, we've just learnt. So 5 is getting fairly limited in these other cells. Then 5 in row 8 is in one of these two. 5 is definitely on 5 is definitely on any 5 cell or greater Renban, because any sequence of digits on a Renban that is 5 long must go through 5. So that's not 5. 5 is in one of those two. 5's also definitely on that Renban. Of course, this box has no markings at all. Okay, that didn't quite propel me as far forward as I was hoping. Let's think about something else. If that is 5, it seems quite likely that it is. That can be 4 or 6, which keeps it off the green lines. That could be... Okay, I'm going to now... I want to highlight the cells that can't be 4 or 6 on these green lines. Maybe I'll do it in deeper green, and it's any ones where... that's a silly way of doing it. Okay, let's not do it with a line. Or let's do it with a little gold marker. Right. These ones that I'm marking in gold cannot be 4 or 6 because their neighbours see each other. No, not as many as I expected there. That one, all of these I think we've discovered. That one, because the neighbours see each other in row 8. That one, because 2 of them see each other in box 9. That may be all I get to mark where 4 and 6 can't be. That's disappointing. I thought there was going to be a bit more when I first sort of glanced at how those cells dispose themselves. What would be good to find would be somewhere 4 or 6 has to be on a green line. But I don't think we've got enough of these yellow circles to determine that, unfortunately. So it was an interesting idea. It didn't really pan out. Oh, hang on. This S is going to have 3 highs and 3 lows on it. So these 2 digits have to be of different polarity. So it can't be a 4 and a 2. That is either 6-3 or 4-8. Now, if it was 6-3, we would have 4 on one end of this line, going 4, 9. And then we'd have 1, 2, 7 and 8 in the other positions. It's not as difficult as I thought to form. 5, 4, 8 might be a bit more interesting, because then 6 goes on one end with a 1, but we've got to get 7 onto the line too. It would have to go 6, 1, 7, 2, 9, 3. Oh, I'd love to find that that had to be 5, 4, 8 now. Okay, this is a set of either, yes, I can colour this, can't I? because you can't have 4 yellow circles in the same colour, because there are only 3 such digits. So that's green. Okay, interesting. So I can colour these other cells purple and green. And now we have green on this Renban. And 5, obviously, on the Renban. So we can't have the extreme purple digit. Is that interesting? Probably not. Okay, what about this row? We've got 2 greens highlighted. Maybe this this V German Whisper, sorry. Yeah, these 2 have to be the same colour because of alternation, and that's now got to be green, so that's purple as well. Okay, so we're getting quite... Now we've got 3 greens coloured on this line. So it's either got 2, 3 and 4 on it. Ah, yes, or green is 6, 7 and 8. Because this is not on the line. So what is on the rest, in fact, we've got 4 greens in here. So there's 1 purple on this line and a 5. That's also purple. And this is the extreme digit in green. It's 1 or 9. Which means this isn't. Which is not a surprise. It couldn't have been 9 anyway. Ah, yeah, this is an interesting aspect to the puzzle. Right, could this be 3 or 7? It couldn't be 7 on the black dot. Could it be 3? That pair would be an 8-9 pair, and that would be 8 or 9 as well, so it would be the same as that digit. If this was 3, that would be 6. These would all be 8 or 9. We'd have 6, 8, 9 here. That would be 7. I mean, it would be very, very constraining. Ah, actually, this digit can't be 3 or 7. Because if it was 7, that would be a 1 in the other colour. And this couldn't be a 1-2 pair. So this is quite extreme, but not maybe as extreme as that. There are some very interesting conclusions to be drawn here, and maybe there is a much quicker way generally of approaching the whole thing. I don't know. I think I still need to find... Okay, whatever is purple but not here is 4 or 6. So these cells include that. They are formed from a 5 and either 4 or 6. And that same purple is in one of these 2 cells. Also, these 2 cells that I've got highlighted here include the 1 purple digit that does get onto this. I want to call it an A. Oh, it is part of an A in May. They are, again, either 4 or 6, and they are the purple 4 or 6. And the other purple 4 or 6 is in one of those, and the final purple 4 or 6 in the bottom 3 rows is in one of those. That's so weird. That means these are more extreme. But I'm not sure that helps. I feel I may be overcomplicating things wildly. This digit and this one have to be quite extreme because they see 3 of a different colour. In fact, let's colour this whole line in alternation terms. Yellow and red this time, and then try and match it up with green and purple. That's what I should have done before. Yes, look, red can't be the same as green or there'd be 5 in that column. So as long as I've got the alternation right, and I think I have, red has to be purple, yellow has to be green. So we did manage to colour that line in concert with the rest. Appropriate term for Brian May, in concert with the rest of the stuff. Now, that has to be green and purple, 1 of each. The last green in the column. This, ooh, what about this? This is one of each, and that gives us 3 of each in the column. Don't know. This one I do know, because there has to be a green cell here, and this is not 5, so it's purple. Right, now I know the colour of this, because that one of each, oh no, not one of each here. This is a purple line, not a green line. In fact, this is either 5 and a 4 or a 6. Or these are 2 of the same colour, which would have to be green. And again, that would have to be the different colour. In fact, do these 2 have to be a different colour from each other? If they were the same, no, they could be green. You could go 5, 4, 2. That wouldn't work. Okay, this was green 1 or 9. This is green now as well. This has to be 2 or 8. And that's quite interesting because the cells that it then connects to are the purple version of either 1, 2, 3 or 7, 8, 9. And this is 4 or 6 in purple. And now this can't be the 4 or 6 in purple that appears down here and must be the 5. There's our first digit, and a very surprising one to me it is. So that's 5. These ones are not 5. These are purple 4 or 6. Goodness me, I've got horses outside now. That's quite rare here. They're normally practicing ceremonial duties when we get them. 5 there. Okay, that makes sense because 5 has to be on this line somewhere. Now, can I learn anything from this being purple? I want to know about this line. Right, these are all coloured. So those are both coloured. They're not 5s, and they both have to be the same colour. That colour can't be purple or we'd have 5 in the column. So they're green. And now by Sudoku, we've got 4 greens in the column. That's purple. Now by alternation, we go green and purple. Purple, I was trying to do that. I don't know what went wrong with that. Now, this is a pair, and they are either 3, 7 or 4, 6, given that we've had these other greens. No, sorry, they're either 3, 4 or 6, 7. This can't be a 7 on the black dot, so this can't be 6. This is now 3, 4 or 6 connecting to, oh, it's police horses actually, connecting to purple in a different polarity. So that is 6, 8 or 3. Now, have I matched anything up here? One of those is 8 or 3. Has to be. Whichever pair we're looking at here. One of those is 8 or 3. And so the 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, yes. Oh, but the other one is 4 or 6. Okay, that is important, slightly. One of these is 4 or 6. That's where I should have looked at it, which forms a pair with that one, and this can't be 4. That's what I was getting at. Now, once that can't be 4, this can't be 3. So now this is either 4 or 6. That's 3 or 7. These are obviously from 1 to 8 or 9 in the green. In the purple, that was 4 or 6. This is also purple, so it can't be 6 now. And that was discovered when we took 3 out of that cell. This is 3 or 8 in purple. That's on a green line with this. I don't know what that does. Okay, purple 4 or 6 is in one of these 2 cells because we've got 1 there and 1 there. So purple 4 or 6 is in one of those, and this must be 1 or 9 because it does connect with a 4 or a 6. So this is 2 or 8. I hope I'm not going to regret not having used placeholders, but anyway, here we are. Now, this can't be purple 4 or 6. We knew that anyway. I've just said purple 4 or 6 is in one of those cells. Ah, look, neither of those can be purple 4 or 6 because of the placement of these two purple 4 or 6s. So this line ends with a green 4 or 6, and that is purple 4 or 6. This is green because it's different polarity. And one end of this line is green. I don't know how to mark that. Green 4 or 6. The next cell is purple 1 or 9. Actually, I'm not quite sure why I haven't alternating coloured this line. Let's try that yellow and red, because that's quite interesting. If green was red, we'd have all 4 in the same colour. And we'd have all 4 purple equals yellow up here as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that has proved anything. Right, this black dot. Oh, look, it sees all the purple digits and a 5. In fact, those two are both green by that. Now I've got all 4 green digits, but I've also got 2 green digits on a black dot here. So, the green is now low. You can connect 2 low digits, be they 1, 2 or 2, 4, but you can't connect 2 high digits on black. So green is low and becomes blue. Purple is high and becomes orange for high. And then I can fill in numbers. That one is low, number 1. That's 1, that's 2, that's 4, that's 3. That's 2, that's 3. This is 6. Orange 4 or 6 is 6. That's happening all over the place. Okay, good. That is 8 or 9. This is 8, so that is 9. This must be a 7 at the top of the grid. And now this is beginning to fall into place, I think. I mean, I might be wrong. That has to be high, that has to be high. So they're an 8, 9 pair. 5, 1, 9, 6. This is 2, 3, 4 as a set. This is a 7, 8 pair. That has to be 2 or 3. And what's that touching? That's touching another number in the same polarity. So that is 2. And this is 1 or 4. I don't know which, but that couldn't be 3 anymore. So I get a 2 here. I've got a 3, 4 pair there. This has become a 5, 6 pair. This is now a 7, 8, 9 triple. 2 by Sudoku has to be up here. 4 by Whisper Rules has to be down here. 3 by Sudoku has to be over here. But 1 I don't know about. Okay, these green lines look all right. This is a 7 or an 8. That is a 9 in this row. I just cannot get the right button. There we go. That's a 9. I hope I haven't put a 9 in the wrong position. I've also got 6, 7 and 9 to place in these cells where that can't be 6. Right, can that be a 6? This would have to be a 1. Oh no, this is a 3. Look at these 4 blues. That can't be a 3. Neither of those can be a 3, and we've got 3 there. So that's 3. So that's touching 9 and 8. And that's 7, and that's 6. I think this is just all going to come together now. I might be wrong, but we'll see. A lot of this has suddenly got done in a hurry. This is 8 or 9. This is 1 or 4, and I don't think I know which. Now, this sequence doesn't have a 3 on it. Therefore, it can't have 1 or 2 on it. So I'm going to put 2 in there and 1 in here now, just to react to that information. That's become a 1 by Sudoku. We've got 1, 2 and 3 to place in row. In fact, that has to be a naked 2. That's 1 or 3. 4 in one of these positions is definitely touching 9, so that's not a 9. Right, in this top box, one of these is 1 and the other is 3 or 4. Oh, okay, I don't know the answer there. Right, one of these two is a 4, and it then connects to a 9. The other digits I have to place are 1, 2, 7, and 8. I'm not allowed to put 2 in these cells. So 2 is in the same colour as 4 in the other set. So it's either there or there. They're a 2-9 pair. That means 1 is in one of these 2 cells. And that didn't resolve everything. That's 4 or 5, that's 3, 4 or 5. Okay, this can't be 8, or this would be broken. That's a 9. This is useless. Having discovered this is a 1, this is not telling me anything. This is like an empty box, like this one, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind. This is a naked 7 I've just seen. That makes this an 8. And then I can put in 5 and 6. Then I can put in a 5 here. Here, I don't know, 3 or 4. 3, 9, 1, 2. So this is almost an empty box now. That 3, 6, 1, 5, 2, 8, 9. This is 4 because it's low. That's quite big for me. So that's next to 9. This is a 7, 8 pair, which I can fill in. Then I can do 7 in row 4 and 6 and 4 there. This is a 2, 9 pair. This is a 3, 5 pair. I do know the order. I've now got a 2, 9 pair in column 2, thanks to the work I did on that S. 1, 7 and 8. Well, 1 is not allowed to be here by the other work I did, so I'm putting 1 here. And now I know that red is low, I think. So yellow is high. That much colouring I am going to complete. I don't think I need to do the rest to finish the puzzle. So 4 there, that's now a 2 being low. We've got 8 and 7 to put in the box. And that line seems to work by whisper rules. 2 and 9 there. This is now an 8. That's a 7. That makes this a 1 on the whisper. That makes this a 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Losing its religion. That's 1, 7, 3 there. Now, that's a naked 4. That's 9. We can put in a 1 here. That has to be 3, 4, and I can finish columns 4 and 6. Let's get rid of all the colours now because they've all done their jobs. And, oh, okay, I didn't actually get rid of all of these yellow circles. But I'm going to do that so we can leave the grid saying Sir Brian May as clearly as Olimar intended. I don't know that I really used those circles. Maybe I did a bit in box 1. Anyway, we've got a 2, 1 pair here, an 8, 3 pair here. Still haven't sorted out that 5, 6 pair, but when I do 5, 4 there, then I have 8 and 6. And that is the solution to the Sir Bry Sudoku. Just needed a bit of care at the start. I'm glad I didn't do the placeholder method at the beginning because it wasn't really necessary, and it took just finding out that those two had to be the same polarity to really get a grip on the puzzle. Very nice. I think Sir Brian May would be proud of Olimar's tribute. And congratulations, Sir Brian, on your 77th birthday. Hope that you will join us again tomorrow. We would value your company, and we look forward to seeing you then. Bye for now.